Hello there, welcome. I'm Chris Joseph. In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to use your mind to get better results in your life. Now look, this video is dedicated to the RIP late great Bob Proctor. This is a guy that changed my life. This is a guy I followed his studies, his teachings and everything, and I used it and I got better results in my life. So he's dead and gone, so I'm gonna make sure his legend live on. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I went from making $8 an hour, hustling in the streets, sad, mad, and depressed, in Houston, Texas, just completely lost and had no idea how to make more money, how to live a happier life, how to travel, how to buy new clothes, how to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a parent, I didn't have an older brother, I didn't have an older sister, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have anybody to call on to help me get better results in my life until I stumbled upon this teaching that I'm gonna show you in this video. When we think about the mind, the problem that we have is we never seen it, okay? And us as human beings, we are visual learners. If we can see something, it'll help us maybe understand it. But when we talk about the mind, we never seen it, so that's when you get a lot of question marks as far as confusion. Okay, now the thing about our mind is it's absolutely free. And another thing as human beings is when it's free, we don't value it, right? If it's free, we don't really care. But our mind is absolutely free. We have access to it every single day. But the problem is we never seen it and no one has taught us how to use it to our best ability. And when I stumbled upon Bob Proctor and Napoleon Hill's teachings, I was able to hit it. So the very first thing I want to do here is draw the diagram that Bob Proctor says that changed his life. So it's very simple right here. Hopefully I get a good circle, y'all. Y'all gotta follow me here, okay? So let this circle here represent the mind, right? And we're gonna bust this thing in half. The top part is gonna represent your conscious mind, okay? The bottom part is gonna represent the subconscious mind, okay? Now I know y'all like, well, what's up with this little circle down here? What is this? Let this represent the body, okay? So the whole point of this diagram is to give you an idea of what we're talking about here in a visual form. So when we talk about the mind, let's cut it in half into two things, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. If you can fully understand these two functions that you have, I guarantee you it's gonna help make better decisions in your life with better actions, but it's gonna do this. It's gonna get you this big R, okay? Which is results. A lot of us, think about it, how many of us, like, I know I'm smart, I know I'm not lazy, I know I can hustle, I know I got these abilities, I know I got talent, but I'm not getting the results in my life to show that. How many of y'all know broke know-it-alls? You know what I'm saying? The people that's broke, but they just know it all. You know what I'm saying? That's because they know they have something, but let me tell you something, if you don't have the results to show, it's really not gonna matter. Not for yourself and the other people. You have to have results. But here's the thing, we get here, but we don't understand here, okay? So let me break it down how we do this. The very first thing you wanna start with the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is our thinking mind. It is where our intellect lies. And it's also where you have your educated mind. This also has the ability to choose, to accept, and also reject, all right? So this is your thinking mind, this is your intellect, this is your educated mind, this has the ability to choose, to accept, or reject. Now also here with your conscious mind is where your five senses lie, okay? Your five senses come from smell, taste, touch, hear, and also see. So we talking about our conscious mind, we are using our five senses to think. This is where we get the intellect, this is where we get the education from the things that are coming to us, right? All the things that we see in our environment, all the things we learn in school, college, high school, what we learn from our parents at birth, our family members, this is all coming into our conscious mind, and this is where we have this right here, the ability to choose to accept or reject thoughts. So the problem that we have is everything we see in our environment, we believe that we have to accept everything. So what happens is we begin to choose to accept thoughts that we don't want to have because of our physical and present circumstances, right? So when you're looking at your bank account, if you're from the hood, if you're in bad environments, you're choosing to accept those thoughts. And that's what again comes down to the subconscious mind and get us bad results. But what I want to teach you here is that we have the ability to reject. Now, the last thing I want to put right here too is originate. We have the ability to originate new thoughts. Okay, so what we want to do with our conscious mind is choose to accept the thoughts that we want and originate new thoughts that we want to have. So now we're not going to think about any present circumstances. We're not going to accept any thoughts that we don't have. We're not going to accept that we broke. We're not going to accept that we lazy. We're not going to accept that we're in bad situations. We're no longer going to accept that. We're going to choose to accept the thoughts that we want to have. When we think about our mind, we assume that because our present circumstances are really bad, we have to accept that. No, we don't. We're going to originate new thoughts. What's going to happen when we do that? Because you're using this every single day. What's going to happen when you do this? It goes down into the subconscious mind. So what do we got in the subconscious mind? I got people in here, Bird Diamond. What's in the subconscious mind? It's our what? Emotional mind. It's our emotional mind. What else is our subconscious mind? It has the ability to do what? It can't reject. It what? Only accepts. You see the difference? This is a very key point in the video. I hope I ain't lose y'all. Stay with me. I want y'all to really watch this multiple times until you catch it. The conscious mind is where you have the ability to use your intellect, where you have the ability to think and to choose to accept or reject. The subconscious mind, it does not have that ability. It cannot reject it. It has to accept whatever you give it. So what we want to do is continuously to feed our subconscious mind what we actually want. So what you have to do is, now this is your emotional mind. This is something else we have in there. There we go. Your paradigm. So inside your subconscious mind is your paradigm. What is your paradigm, y'all? It's our what? Habits, right? What else is another word for it? Programming. This is like your computer software. This is controlling all of your actions. You see, when you have the thoughts and you think about that thought every day, your subconscious mind has to accept that thought, which is create your paradigm, which creates your habits, which creates your program, which creates the vibrational energy that now goes down to your body. So this is what you're gonna act upon. When you act upon this with your body, this is gonna get the results in your life. See, the problem is we allow our body to control things. Right? We allow how we feeling and how the anxiety is kicking our ass and how our environment is doing. And so we operating every day just taking actions that we don't want. But the problem is we never knew about the paradigm. We never knew that we actually programming ourselves. So when you look at it from reverse, you get an opportunity to change things. Now, here's where the sauce is gonna get. I'm not done. This is where y'all gotta really follow me here as I go into the second part. We have to understand that we have intellectual faculties that we can tap into to help this subconscious move, okay? So we are physical beings. I'll put a P right here, I'll put an I right here, and I'll put an S right here. So we are physical beings, right? Animals are physical beings. Animals, walk around and do things. Animals operate on instincts. Now, most of us are operating with our physical abilities, so that makes us no different than animals if we don't rise above. What we must do is tap into our intellectual faculties. Right here is what makes us humans, which makes us different from animals. So when we talk about the intellectual faculties, what's the main one, Bird? Imagination. Imagination. This is the intellectual faculty that you really need to tap into. But what happens, y'all, when we kids, what they tell us? They take this away from us. You can't be this. You can't do that. Stop doing this. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't do that. Come in. They conform us to follow these rules, which makes us lose our ability to use our imagination. Because when we're being taught by these systems, we're being taught that if you use your imagination too much, you're going crazy. You tripping. And so we get that strip. This is one of the most important things God gave us. This is one of the most important things He gave us in His image to go out and create. Now, your other intellectual faculties, there's plenty of these. I'm gonna speed this up for y'all. You got awareness. That's the only thing you're gonna get out of life is awareness. See, a lot of us believe that in order to get good results in our life, which is money, happiness, you gotta be smart. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people that smarter than me that don't make more money than me. I know a lot of people with a bunch of degrees that's in debt, broke, and struggling. I know a lot of people that made a whole bunch of A's in school and they don't have great results. Because we believe that you gotta be smart to do that. No, what you have to do is just become more aware. Awareness, just be aware to money. Just be aware to credit. Just be aware to sales. Just be aware to marketing. Just be aware of the things that you need to do and you'll get there. So what I'm telling y'all in this video is raise your level of awareness to different faculties you have right now. This don't cost no money. You don't have to sign up to a mentorship for this. You can start today to accept new thoughts, originate new thoughts, reject everything you don't want to have in your life. You see what I'm saying? If you broke, if you tired, if you mad, why would you have those thoughts every day? Those are just physical things. But when you become aware that you have an intellectual faculties, you can begin to use your imagination. So what are you gonna do in your imagination? You're gonna originate new thoughts. I am rich. I am happy. I am healthy. So when I was making $8 an hour at Finish Line and I was struggling and depressed and I was listening to Bob Proctor, I didn't believe this stuff was gonna work. So this might be the first time y'all heard this and said, what the hell is Chris talking about in his double-breasted suit trying to give us this game? I don't know what he's talking about. This sounds like some hocus pocus stuff. And I know that's what it's gonna sound like because you've never been aware to this information. So it sounds very foreign. But let me tell you something. If you watch this video over, and you watch it again, and you watch it again, and you watch it again, what's gonna happen is you're gonna raise your level of awareness to a different level of understanding. It's like going upstairs in the elevator and you start to look down like, dang, this is crazy. The first time I watched it, I didn't get it. But that 10th time I got it, it makes sense. So what I'm telling you is be aware to your imagination and imagine new thoughts in your life. Now, once you do that, you're gonna do this last thing I'm gonna add to y'all right here. I want y'all, it's right here in the middle. I'm gonna do a whole video on this. What I'm talking about, Bird? Auto suggestion. Auto suggestion. So what's going to happen with auto suggestion is you're going to continue to have these thoughts that go into your subconscious mind every day, every day, every day. Don't think in weeks, don't think in months, don't think in years. What I want you to do is be like, today, when I wake up, I'm only going to accept the thoughts I want. And by accepting the thoughts I want, I'm going to hold the image of the lifestyle I want. So now you got to be specific. I want you to dig deep into your imagination. How much money do you want to make? You want some more money? A lot of people say, I just want a bunch of money. I just want some more money. If I give you $1, you got more money. How much money do you want to make this week? Write it down. How much money you want to make this month? Write it down. How much money you want to make this year? Be very specific of the number that you actually want. Remember, you're going to imagine that. What type of house you want to live in? What type of crib you want to live in? What type of car you want to drive? What type of clothes you want to wear? What city do you want to be in? Now, when I was broke and struggling, right now, we standing in the $850,000 condo in Miami, Florida. The only way I got here was I had to imagine myself in that situation. So the S right here, what's the S, y'all? If you're talking about physical to intellectual, spiritual. In order for you to get to your spiritual faculties, you have to go through your intellectual ones. So once you begin to come more aware, what happens is you ascend. You start to get higher, you start to raise higher. So what happens here is you get into your spiritual faculties. Now, everything you want in the physical begins to come to you through the spiritual. You create it in your mind first of the life that you want to live, and you hold that image. And you originate and imagine and accept those thoughts every single day, then what's gonna happen, y'all? The subconscious mind has to do what? It has to accept it. One of the main things I ain't put right here, Barry, what's the main thing about the subconscious mind? One of the main things about it, it has no idea if it's real or fake. The subconscious mind will only accept what you give it. So if you only accept, I'ma be rich. I am rich. If you only accept, I'm gonna be living this way, I'm gonna be dressing this way, I'm gonna be talking this way, I'm gonna do this thing. Regardless of your present circumstances, regardless if your family and friends think you crazy. Yes, they're gonna think you crazy when you start believing in yourself. Why? Because they don't believe in themselves. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna begin to ascend to a higher level, tapping into your spiritual faculties, and they're gonna be here. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a vibrational imbalance. They're still operating here on the physical level, which is no different than animals. You're ascending to you by using your intellectual faculties, tapping into your spiritual powers that God gave you. So now you're ascending to a higher vibration. They're still here. It's an imbalance. That's why you read all the personal development books and they say, yeah, man, when you begin to change your life, you're not gonna be with that same group of people no more. How many of y'all, when y'all begin to change your life, you're like, dang, I end up losing my girlfriend. I ended up losing my boy. The spouse thing don't work because you met that person when you was here and now you're ascending. It's an imbalance. It's a part of the game. Don't worry about it. You just focus on the life that you want to live and you'll get everything to come to you. Now, with auto-suggestion, spiritual faculties, your subconscious mind must accept everything. It doesn't know what's real or fake. You're just giving it what it wants. What's going to happen is you're going to begin to change your paradigm. This is how you get the results in your life that you want. Your paradigm must change. Once your paradigm begin to change, your habits begin to change. Now your program is changing. You're gonna think different. You're gonna move different. You're gonna act different. You're gonna begin to attract the people that you need in your life to get you where you need to go. Your subconscious mind will go grab everything that you need. And the problem is when we stuck in a situation that we feel like we can't get out of, is because we think we don't have the people. We think we don't have the money. We think we don't have the resources. We think we don't have the network. Let me tell y'all something. What Bob Proctor say? Everything you want is already here. It's already here. All you have to do is tap into these powers that you have and allow the universe to bring it right to you. So there's gonna be some people that's gonna get eliminated out your life. Don't cry over them. Don't spend time with them. Be ready and open to the new ones that's coming. It's called a vacuum law for prosperity. Get ready to the old, get ready to open in to the new. All right? So now that you begin to change your paradigm, things are gonna begin to happen in your life. You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be prepared for it. Because I can tell you can get a bit scary. You like, bro, I really asked for this? I was really listening to CJ and I was really thinking this way every single day, and next thing you know, these things are happening in my life. You can get a little spooky here because your paradigm is changing, but it's okay. You stay with it, you stay with it. Sometimes the old thoughts start to come back in. What you gonna do? Reject it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Your paradigm begin to change. Now your habits begin to change. You end up eating better, you end up working out, you end up reading, you end up writing the goals down, you end up doing some things you never done before to get to places you ain't never been before. So now your habits change, your program change. Now your vibrational energy change. So now your actions are going to move you into the direction you want to go, but you're not going to be battling with your body no more because the program is going to do it naturally. And this is exactly how you get the new results in your life. It starts here with the conscious mind. Choosing to accept the thoughts. Use auto-suggestion. Hold those thoughts, hold that image every single day. Use your intellectual faculties, use your imagination, raise your awareness, give your subconscious what you want to believe about yourself and allow it to change your paradigm. And I guarantee you, if you stick with this, I can guarantee you, if you stick with this every single day of your life, by law, things will begin to change in your life once you change your paradigm and you'll be able to get new results. Hey man, I hope y'all learned a valuable lesson right here. I have more of this information to come breaking it down in detail. I know this was a whole bunch of sauce and I didn't want y'all to get lost. Make sure y'all check this video out again. It's your boy, Mr. CJU. Hap.